In this short video, I'm going to talk about the overall costs of dental implants and some of the factors that may affect those costs. So there are four main things that really impact on the overall cost of your treatment. One is how many teeth you want to replace. The other is whether you want something fixed in place or something removable. The third is which location the missing teeth are in. And finally, there's the availability of bone to place the implants into. And we're going to chat about each of those in turn. So first of all, looking at how many teeth you want to replace. The cost of dental implant treatment relates quite closely to the number of implants used. Generally, we don't use one implant for every single tooth that we replace. It works a bit like this. If we're replacing one tooth, yep, we do need one implant. But for two teeth, quite often one implant will suffice. Occasionally, depending on your bite and a few other factors, we do sometimes need two implants. But if we're replacing three teeth, usually two implants alone will do the job. Interestingly though, if we're replacing all of your top or bottom teeth, usually 4 to 6 implants will do the job. So, next factor is if you want something fixed in place. Single teeth generally are made as crowns that are screwed or cemented down on top of the implant, and they're fixed as close to permanently as dentistry gets in place. For bridges, they can be small, involving 2 or 3 teeth, or they can be all of your upper or lower teeth. And again, these can be screwed or cemented into place. There's also a process that we use called denture stabilization, and this uses a smaller number of implants, and it helps to steady a denture, particularly a lower one that is loose or wobbly or making chewing a bit more difficult, and it can be quite a nice treatment to help make your dentures easier to get along with. The next factor is the location of the missing teeth. On the upper jaw, the bone is usually a bit softer, and so you need a few more implants, and they need to be linked together. And obviously, the greater the number of implants, this does have an impact on the cost. The lower jaw, however, the bone is usually harder and a bit more dense, so you need fewer implants. The front of the mouth has a few additional considerations of its own. If you've got a very high smile line and you show quite a lot of gum above your teeth, it's very important if you're replacing, say, a front tooth, that the gum lines end up matching quite closely. And this can sometimes involve additional procedures to achieve that, which will have an impact on the time that treatment takes and the cost. Lastly, there's the availability of bone. The amount of bone that you have left to place an implant into will depend on how long ago the tooth was lost in most cases, and also how the tooth was lost. Bone shrinks most rapidly for the first 6 months after extraction. Now, that's not to say that if you've had a tooth taken out 2 or 3 years ago, you can't have an implant. It may just mean that a couple of extra steps, such as guided bone regeneration, are needed to allow you to have the implant. Very often in situations where we're concerned about the amount of bone that's available, we use 3-dimensional scanning to get a really good look at the area we're going to treat beforehand. So, looking at cost guidelines, an initial consultation is free, where you're welcome to come down to the practice and spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes with one of our dentists, where we'll chat you through your options and discuss which of these factors are relevant to you. Single teeth in simple situations with an implant and a crown start from around £1,650, and denture stabilisation for a full lower denture with 2 implants starts at about £3,600. Full upper or lower bridges, please have a look on our website for the most up-to-date pricing. If you would like to book a free consultation, just simply pop along to www.craigandtinney.co.uk/implants, and we'll be happy to arrange something for you. Equally, if you'd like to know more about dental implants and have a bit more information at this stage, we have a range of free videos available on our website. Just go to craigandtinney.co.uk/free videos, and we'll be very happy to share those with you. Thanks for listening.